Have you ever felt like a small boat, drifting in the vast ocean of social connections, yearning to be anchored in the hearts and minds of those around you? In this whirlwind of digital connectivity, where thousands of voices clamor for attention, it's easy to feel lost, unnoticed, and undervalued. But what if I told you that there's a timeless philosophy that can be your compass, guiding you to become not just another face in the crowd, but someone who truly matters to those around you? Welcome to a journey where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we're diving deep into the art of making yourself a priority in others' lives, not through manipulation or games, but through the profound and authentic principles of Stoicism. Stay with me as we explore how to be a beacon in the sea of relationships, shining brightly enough to be seen, valued, and cherished. And if you're ready to unlock these secrets, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, share this video with your circle, and stay tuned till the end for every insightful moment, because every second of this journey could be the key to transforming your relationships. Step 1. Context and problem. In our quest for significance in the complex tapestry of social relationships, we frequently encounter a disheartening imbalance, a pervasive sense that we hold others in higher regard than they do us. This perception, often shadowed by the disquieting feeling of being undervalued, leads us to a profound exploration of self-worth. Seneca, another stalwart of Stoicism, accentuated the importance of self-reliance and inner fortitude. He eloquently stated, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." This insight underscores the necessity of self-awareness and having a clear understanding of our own values and goals. In the context of our social relationships, it suggests that knowing ourselves and our worth is the first step in being valued appropriately by others.
Marcus Aurelius warned against this trap when he reminded himself not to waste life measuring how he appeared in the eyes of others, but to focus on what was truly within his control. When attention becomes a goal, behavior begins to distort. We explain ourselves too much, give too quickly, stay too long, and tolerate what quietly erodes our self-respect. People may not consciously notice these patterns, but they instinctively respond to them. Stoicism teaches that importance is not created through pursuit, but through inner order. Epictetus expressed this idea when he urged us to first decide who we intend to be, and only then act accordingly. When values are clear, time becomes valuable. When boundaries are firm, presence becomes meaningful. When approval is no longer chased, it gains weight. This is not manipulation, but alignment. People do not prioritize those who demand significance. They prioritize those who appear internally complete. The image of a boat drifting in the ocean captures this truth well. Stoicism does not teach us to call louder across the water, hoping someone will notice. It teaches us how to anchor ourselves. That anchor is emotional sovereignty, the ability to remain steady regardless of fluctuating attention or shifting opinions. Seneca believed that the person who depends on themselves never lacks true connection, because inner stability invites trust. When we are no longer shaken by silence, delayed responses, or temporary neglect, we project calm certainty. And calm certainty has a gravity of its own. Here lies one of Stoicism's most powerful paradoxes. The moment we stop needing to be valued is often the moment we begin to be valued. People sense when someone is not trying to extract validation from them. Such individuals do not chase, perform, or compete for relevance. They choose how and when they engage. Modern psychology would call this secure attachment, but Stoicism arrived at the same insight centuries earlier. Carl Jung echoed this convergence when he observed that most people avoid becoming themselves at all costs. The Stoic does not. By facing himself honestly and living in accordance with his values, he becomes rare in a world full of imitation. When you live this way, you send a silent but unmistakable signal. You communicate that you value yourself, act with intention, and do not offer your presence indiscriminately. In a world saturated with noise, the person who does not demand attention often commands it. Step 3. Presence absence, and the Stoic art of being irreplaceable. After grounding yourself internally, Stoicism invites you to understand a deeper social truth. Value is revealed not by constant availability, but by intentional presence. Most people believe that being important means always being there, always responding, always accommodating. The Stoic understands the opposite. If you are endlessly accessible, your presence becomes background noise rather than substance. Epictetus taught that freedom begins when we are no longer enslaved by expectations, and this includes the expectation to always be available to others. When you choose when to engage, rather than reacting automatically, your time gains weight and your attention becomes a gift, not a resource to be consumed. Stoicism does not advocate withdrawal or emotional coldness. It teaches discernment. The Stoic is fully present when present, attentive without distraction, grounded without seeking approval. And when absent, he is at peace, not anxious about being forgotten. This balance subtly restructures relationships. People begin to feel your presence rather than take it for granted. They notice the space you occupy because you are not trying to fill every space. Seneca wrote that what is rare is valued, and this applies not only to material things, but to human presence. By mastering when to step forward and when to step back, you allow others to experience the truth of your worth without you ever having to announce it. This is how Stoicism transforms relationships without manipulation. You do not demand priority. You become someone whose absence is felt and whose presence is respected. You do not compete for importance. You embody it through self-command. In doing so, you stop measuring your value by how much attention you receive and start measuring it by how aligned you are with your principles. Others respond naturally to this alignment because humans are drawn to those who are internally ordered in a world of inner chaos. Stoicism ultimately teaches that the desire to matter to others dissolves when you truly matter to yourself. When your sense of worth no longer depends on recognition, approval, or constant validation, you move differently. You speak less but with intention. You give without self-erasure. You connect without losing yourself. And paradoxically, this is when relationships deepen. Not because you tried harder, but because you became steadier. In a noisy world that rewards performance, Stoicism offers something quieter and far more powerful: presence rooted in self-mastery. You are no longer a small boat drifting, hoping to be noticed. You are anchored. And anchored things do not need to shout to be seen. They simply are.